Yo, dudes, it's Cool Guy. We're back again, and this time we're going to be playing Call of Duty 1. This is the game that started it all and started making, first-person shooters a household name. As much as I don't like the more recent incarnations, I really love this game, so I'm really excited to show it off. And with me, as always, is my old buddy.
Hey everybody, it's the Last Robo-Kai. Just for a little background, I've never played any of the Call of Duty games before, but I'm really interested to play through to watch Cool Guy play through this one because, well, as a historical piece, we're not just covering World War II, but we're covering a really important historical piece of video game history. I mean, the beginning of what would eventually become the largest computer game franchise in existence. It's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be interested to see how this goes.
And speaking of history right now, just so you guys know, we're gonna be fun. We're gonna be funny. We're gonna have fun with this game. But both Robokai and I are huge history buffs, so we're going to be talking a lot about what's going on behind the scenes and everything as this game goes on. I'll be talking a lot about what the Western Allies were doing, and Robokai knows a ton about what the unsung Far East Allies were doing.
Though I'm sure there'll be plenty of people in the threads correcting me on the countless historical references I'll be making incorrectly.
So, to start out, we'll be going with the American campaign, and this is a single soldier from the 101st Airborne Division that dropped in behind enemy lines in the Normandy region like a day before D-Day. So, this is when the shit is about to hit the fan. Let's go ahead and get started. So yeah, the game paradrops us in outside a French village called Saint-Mère Eglise.
And promptly break our legs because we landed directly downwards.
That is one of the first things that this game does wrong. It actually does a really good job at most things, but that was not one of them.
And that German completely just didn't even think about the plane flying overhead.
Well, he was taking a piss in his defense. You probably couldn't hear it quite well, but yeah, he was urinating.
He really didn't need to pay that much attention to his urination. This is why Germany lost the war.
So every so often we'll run across these German conversations. They're really difficult to hear, even in the main game. And since nobody can really understand German in our normal audience, I'm just going to translate them for you. The game doesn't do that by itself.
See, for me, it's all like Wiener Schnitzels and waffles to me.
Those poor suckers.
Oh dear. I wonder who was winning that game anyway.
I don't know. I didn't look at the checkers game long enough to tell. Incidentally, the dude who was saying there's nothing for them here, I shot him first. Also because apparently he has the worst German accent. I have a note from my translator that says all of these German accents are so hilariously fake.
Here we go, more of the Broken Leg Brigade.
Oh, he rolled.
That was less a roll, more a faceplant.
I guess so.
Like his knees popped out, and that's when he landed on his face.
Oh god.
Oy.
So get used to that noise, because that is an MG42. It's a German heavy machine gun, and it's nicknamed Hitler's buzzsaw because of that very specific noise you just heard.
Yeah, wow, you have to turn the volume down on this one if you're listening to it, because jeez.
This game gets very loud and it gets very overwhelming. Even after so many years of playing it, I'm not immune to it. Every second I'm playing this game feels like 3 or 4 to me. I mean, it's just, I'm on such high alert. Ooh. Sucks for that dude.
It's like walking into a house and then it getting bombed up.
Well, not just that, the Americans who just get shot in the face right there. This is why I'm moving forward so slowly, and so my AI partners get shot in the face instead of me.
Send in the waves of buddies.
Cold, but I mean, more of them respawn. I don't respawn.
least the respawning can be explained in this one. It's just, you know, more dudes parachuting in.
Particularly in this scenario, because the drop zones for D-Day for the Americans were just such a total cluster. Everybody from different companies was just dropping in everywhere.
Everybody move! Come on!
Yeah, not the most precise of operations, but it, you know, historically it got the job done.
It was one of the first airdrop pathfinding operations in the war, or in the history of war too. So you know, there's that. And this is just our soldier, the gentleman we're playing, saying pretty much exactly what I just said. These interludes do a really good job of letting you know what's on the soldier's mind as you're going forward.
All right, guys, get set to move. On my command.
Ah, the days of health packs.
Yeah, the entire reason I'm playing on the second hardest difficulty here instead of the hardest difficulty is the hardest difficulty removes health packs.
I will never get used to that sound.
Oh my god. I don't know if it's an urban legend or if there's actually, you know, scientific or historical fact backing it up. But my understanding is that the Germans actually wanted their machine guns to sound like that just for the intimidation factor. And even 60 years later, it's working on me.
Oh yeah, the relief you feel is when that thing goes silent is very much palpable.
Oh man. Also, using those grenades, you might have noticed that I carry 8 of them. You can actually get up to 10. So this game comes by its Call of Grenade nickname very openly.
Well, you won't hear any complaints from me about that. Although I imagine if the NPC guys on your side had brains, they'd probably stay away from the guy that was loaded with explosives.
You would think, but that's not really in their calculus, I guess. God, even watching this later, it scares the hell out of me to get shot like that. This game is very visceral about getting shot.
They do the set pieces really well. I mean, we talk about, you know, Call of Duty as a big historical piece, you know, as a history of gaming, and you know, you're kind of already seeing a lot of the stuff that has gone into being staples of the series.
And not just staples of the series, but also landmarks as far as, you know, games as art, basically. I mean, how does this have any less of an impactful retelling of World War II than the documentary?
Everybody move! Come on! Clear that building! Get on the half track and let's go!
I mean, particularly with characters like Captain Foley over there. Captain Foley is the sort of person you would really hate if he wasn't so good at his job. A little bit like Captain America, really. He's loud, he's brash, he never shuts up, but damn it, he gets the job done.
No one is like allowed to hate Captain America. That's just rude. He is the finest of men. I'm not even American, and I would like change citizenship for Captain America if you ask me. You know, there's only one other person I do that for, and that's Optimus Prime, and I'm pretty sure that's not happening anytime soon.
Yeah, unfortunately not. Shut up, Foley! I really do like Foley a lot, but there are a few times he gives you orders that are just gonna get your ass killed. I mean, left flank, where is the left flank? There's just, you know, me throwing grenades in there.
Well, you know, it's that big open field that you've got to run down and get shot by machine guns in.
God, it scares the hell out of me. And you might have noticed watching there when I throw grenades, it kind of confuses the enemy AI a little bit.
A guy huddling in the middle of the street.
Yeah, a guy huddling in the middle of the street, but, you know, I mean, by the same token, I threw that grenade well enough that I didn't really give the AI a whole lot of options. They could either stay where they were and die from the grenade, or they can run out into the open and get killed by my AI teammates.
Either way, you know, Americans are the winners.
At least in this one. You see all those M1 Garans and whatever I'm picking up for ammo? Yeah, that's from a dead American soldier.
Keep the bullets flowing.
Whoa, shit! I was telling you, man. It still surprises me every time I get shot.
I'm just waiting for you to accidentally pause the recording or something like that because you're reaching for the keys to try and duck down back into cover.
It is very much a reflex. This game is extremely visceral, and I mean, I want everybody at home to remember that when we get to the Soviet campaign, because I've got a personal story from my life that I can tell where, you know, it's kind of like a memory I had that wasn't mine, and it was because of this game.
Yeah, I'll be looking forward to it.
Also, these Americans just are not respecting that MG42 at all.
Seems a bit more World War I tactics there.
That was me just shooting off the last bullet in my my Garand magazine into the wall, because the game doesn't actually let you reload it partially, and that's to simulate how much of an immense pain in the ass it was to reload it partially when it was, you know, actually in use in the field.
Damn it, Private Oxnard, stop getting your head in the way.
You can actually click on them when you see the little emblem that has the soldier and the arrows. That tells them to move. The reason I'm not doing it is because there's not really anywhere for them to move to.
I don't know, Oxnard putting his head continually up when you were trying to, like, snipe. That seems like a good time to order him out into the, order him out into machine gun distraction duty. A heck of a field of fire being put down there too. I think they just shoot you.
Yeah, and I flinched. God bless it! And I flinched again.
Oh dear. Well, just as well this isn't a game about Vietnam, because I would have some stories about my father when he was in, you know, the Vietnam War and getting friendly fired by the Yanks.
That sounds about right. I love my country and everything, and my uncle served in Vietnam, but that was very much a FUBAR engagement.
Though, not that you could call any military operation like this where so many people died, you know, anything less than just complete insanity. Like, war is hell fits.
Yeah, that's about the strongest statement you could make about it, and it's still an understatement.
Every step of the way is like over dead bodies, exploded remains of tanks. You know, you don't. Oh dear.
And it only gets worse from here. Remember, this is the first mission. It's still kind of easing us into it. It's only going to get more insane.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't Utah Beach?
No. You are thinking of Omaha Beach. Utah Beach was...
Omaha, that's right. No, I just saw Utah mentioned in the briefing, so I got a little confused.
Yeah, Utah went relatively smoothly for the Allies. You know, I mean, none of the landings were a freaking walk in the park. But God, I still feel guilty when I see myself do that. But I mean, again, the way you know whether or not a dude is going to come back at you is if he drops his weapon. And I saw that dude, you know, on the ground, but he still had his rifle in his hand, so I had to freaking execute him.
Oh dear, the hotel's seen better days.
Yeah, that it has. You have no idea how terrified I am to be going around these corners.
God, I love the flak cannons, the AA just going off there, and the tracer fire sailing into the sky. They have atmosphere down so well for like a game that was made when it was made.
I will correct myself in the thread if this is wrong, but I'm pretty sure this was made like 1999 or 2000. Long ass time ago, at any rate.
Yeah, for like 12, 13, 14 years.
Getting hit in the open like that is so freaking terrifying because you never know if another bullet is coming right after it. All of the grenades! Call of grenades!
Oh dear, all the grenades ever.
Work your way toward it. Spread it out.
just realized you're also the guy carrying the explosive, I guess it would be TNT in this case. So you're not only carrying multiple grenades, but you're also carrying all of the bombs. Wow.
Yeah, it's a wonder that I don't just randomly detonate every time I get shot. And it's only now that I'm letting go of the breath I've been holding for the last about 10 minutes straight.
Take 5, but listen up. We'll hold this place till reinforced, but this is just one tiny village in a warring country full of them, so our work has just begun. For those of you who've seen your first action, welcome to the big time. For those of you who've seen it before, trust me, you ain't seen nothing yet. We'll redeploy those German machine guns, setting up a defensive perimeter. Keep your guard up and your buddies in mind. Good work.
Yeah, nothing sums up the sheer scale of the conflict than, if you've seen war, you ain't seen nothing yet. The entirety of what was called D-Day is just, a phenomenal operation, just all over the place.
And the amount of misdirection that went into the operation is also just absolutely immense. As much as it took to get millions upon millions of Allied soldiers onto the beaches of Normandy, it took even more to get them out with the Germans relatively unprepared. At the time D-Day was launched, Hitler was convinced, and he told this Tojo, that the Allies were actually going to hit the Calais province of France, which is almost 350 miles away.
There are a lot of famous stories about what they did to try and do that. They even conjured up a corpse and sort of just let it, wash up on the in the in the shores off of Italy, I think it was, with false planes on it.
Yeah, I believe in that particular case, it was talking about how they're going to remount their assault in North Africa. You have to imagine the sort of insane low cunning it took to come up with all of these ideas and pull them off so effectively. But that is exactly the sort of thing that we're going to be seeing through this game, not just because of Infinity Ward's ingenuity, but also because of the ingenuity of all of the awesome heroes that the Allies had back in that day.
Definitely a time for making heroes and making legends.
So until we see you again, folks, I've been Cool Guy.
I have been the last Robokai.
Take good care of yourselves, folks.